Hello, happy Sunday and happy Mother's Day to everybody out there. I want to share a motivational mind moment with you, and that is this statement. Change is hard at first, messy in the middle, and glorious at the end. Think about this for a minute. Has there ever been anything in your life that you've gone through that in the beginning you thought to yourself, I don't want to do this, and you resisted yourself, and maybe you had second thoughts and wanted to back out of it? Maybe it's, let's just say, leaving a relationship. In the middle of it, it was really tough. You went back and forth to, do I want to do this? Do I not want to do this? Wow, did I think it was going to be this difficult? And then at the end, you get to this point of glory where you're like, oh, thank God that's over, and you can move on with your life. Well, one thing I want to share with everybody today is that change is a natural part of life. And one thing we can be guaranteed of is there's always going to be change. So I wanted to take a minute and talk about this with you. Now, if we look at it like a cycle, so change is hard at the beginning, messy in the middle, and glorious at the end. What exactly does this mean? Well, number one, I thought about one of the things that I had to make a huge change with a lot of the gyms being closed right now. And I thought about something that I do in my life, and that happens to be working out. Working out is one of my life passions. It has been since I was 9 years old. So when the gym shut down, to me, that was a devastating loss. And I remember thinking to myself, this is going to be really hard because I have this foot injury right now. I can't go out running. I have a treadmill in the basement I can walk on. The weather was still a bit cold outside to be walking, but I thought to myself, I'm going to completely lose my fitness, and I am also do my fitness for my mindset. But what am I going to do, and how am I going to get through this? And I thought to myself, I'm going to have to change my whole workout routine. How am I going to change it? Well, I thought about it. I grabbed this rubber band that I actually use when I work out. And to me, change is like this. If you hold this rubber band up, we look at this change as an object. When it's in the middle, it's messy. There's a lot of resistance. And then when we let go of it like that, it snaps right back to where everything was before. It's glorious. It's wonderful. It was meant to be. So think about this for a minute. I'm going to walk through this example, and I would like for you to think about an example in your life. Is there anything maybe that you know right now you need to change? And maybe you're avoiding it because you're avoiding this natural cycle of change. It's hard at the beginning, messy in the middle, and the most important thing is it's glorious at the end. Number one, remember, it takes 21 days to build a new habit. But number two, it also takes accepting that it's not going to be easy, right? There's resistance, just like this rubber band, there's resistance. So what did I end up doing with my situation? I knew it was hard at first. I was in resistance. I was upset. I was angry. I was thinking all these bad things like, what am I going to do? How am I going to live with this? And for many of us, it might be other things. It might be some of the things that we cannot do right now just for safety reasons. But what I decided to do is I finally started to accept that, okay, this is going to be difficult, but I'm going to have to get creative. I'm going to have to work around it. So what did I do? Well, I decided I'm going to do something I've not done in 30 years, okay? So over here I have my step, okay? I used to teach step classes. I used to teach wow, I'm trying to think here. I probably, at a time in my life, I taught 6 to 8 of these classes a week. So it's been a long time since I did that, but I thought, maybe I could get a new cardio workout going in my house. So I got the step out, and I finally let go of my resistance, and I decided, okay, this is going to be the best option because I don't want to go out and buy an elliptical machine. I don't want to buy a full basement of equipment. I might be moving one day. Do I really want to deal with that right now? And I don't want to put it together myself. That was a big thing. So I was accepted that it was going to be difficult. I made the decision, and then it got messy. Well, what could possibly be messy about working out? You're probably sitting there wondering. Well, I'll tell you this. Once I decided to make the step workout my workout, my CD player stopped working. Then I had to go figure that out. And then I had to go find all my music CDs I used to listen to. And then it finally came down to it. I've got to start this. I've got to get going on it. So I started doing the workout. Well, guess what? That first workout, I thought I was going to die. I remember every few minutes looking at my watch, wondering, has it been half hour yet? It was literally 5 minutes at a time. My legs were killing me. I was dying for water. I was gasping for air, and I was embarrassed. I was like, oh my gosh, I thought I was in good shape until I started this. So it was difficult. Now, the worst part is the next day I got up after the workout, I'm not exaggerating, I could barely walk. And that lasted for a week. My calves, I've got pretty big calves, they were so sore and so tight that I almost thought, I'm not doing this. Maybe I'm just old. I started making all these excuses of why this is going to work out now. But then I was like, I'm sticking with it. I'm going to do it. I even bought some new aerobic music. I'm like, maybe I can make this more fun. Maybe I could set this up in front of this great window I have in my backyard, and I can look out at the trees and everything I'm working out. So I started trying to take some of that messiness away. Now I'm over here on the glorious side with this workout. And how is that? Well, it is because number one, I mastered my step fitness again. I can do this and it's fun. But there's a couple other things that happened. Number one, I refound my passion for teaching step classes and aerobic classes again. I was like, God, I miss doing this. I remember the loud music. I remember all the people in the room. I remember feeling like I was on top of the world. I remember pushing myself beyond my limits. Even when that class was going and I thought I was going to die, I kept going. And it got me back in touch with that passion again. The other thing it did is it helped me to get some of my fitness back in my waistline. Some of my clothes are starting to fit me a little bit better now. So it's a new type of workout I've not done in a long time. The last thing it did, though, I think is the most important lesson, is that it reminded me we have always got to change to grow. Staying in one place, we're either growing or we're dying. So what is it in your life right now? What is a change that you're avoiding because maybe you're just forgetting it's a very simple cycle? One of my favorite things to do is to make the impossible look simple, and I invite you to do the same thing. So if you're looking at something that's impossible, maybe it's I want to lose weight, maybe it's I need to leave this relationship, maybe it's I need to leave this job, maybe it's I need to stop doing some of these habits that I do that either leave me unhappy or empty or not feeling good about myself. Whatever it is, know that you can make it reality by just making that first step, the first decision. It's going to be difficult, maybe messy in the middle. Most important thing on this whole chart, though, is it's the gloriousness and that feeling of accomplishment and the new life and the growth at the end of the rainbow. Always here to inspire you. Have a wonderful weekend, my friends.